Hi everyone, my name is Janelle Donahue and I'm today's Storytime volunteer reader for Rappahannock United Way. We're a local organization working really hard right now to help our community. And we believe in the power of education for everyone. And when you take time to encourage children to read, you're giving them the gift of literacy that can last a lifetime. Children who love to read are generally more creative and more curious about the world around them, which can make them happier and more successful as adults. Today, I'm reading Donna Tyson's The Red Bow. Another lonely day, no friends, and no fun. As the young girl looked in the mirror, she began to cry. If only I were pretty, she wished. Maybe then I would have friends and be happy. She went to bed sad and once again dreamed of a magical place where she was surrounded by love and laughter and lots of friends. The next day, she went to visit Grandma. This was her favorite place in the whole world, a place where she always felt truly loved and accepted. Grandma smiled as she told the young girl that she had a surprise for her. She led her into the hallway and stopped in front of a big mirror. She then lovingly pulled the young girl's hair into a ponytail and placed a beautiful red bow at the top. Oh, yes, my love, Grandma exclaimed. Look how this red bow makes your eyes sparkle and your skin shine. You are just beautiful. The young girl smiled brightly at the image of the happy girl glowing back at her from the mirror. She turned and gave Grandma a big hug and said, "Oh, thank you, Grandma. It is really beautiful. Thank you for always making me feel so special. I love you." As she began to walk home, she lowered her head and clasped her hand tightly in front of her as she always did. The young girl thought about how Grandma had said she looked beautiful with a red bow in her hair. She smiled at the thought of being called pretty. At that exact moment, she looked up and saw a lady walking her dog. The lady noticed the young girl's shy grin and greeted her warmly. "Good morning, honey," the lady said. "Aren't you as pretty as a picture?" The young girl blushed and thought, she liked my bow. I must really look pretty in this red bow. She was still smiling when she passed Al, the local security guard. Al smiled back and said, "Good morning, sunshine." The young girl smiled even bigger and thought to herself, he liked my bow too. This is wonderful. If only I could wear the red bow every day. People would think I was pretty and I would have lots of friends. She began to hold her head high as she walked and greeted each passerby with a big bright smile. Sure enough, the people smiled back and many shared a kind word. As she skipped along, she thought, what a great day. Grandma was right. I must really look beautiful. This red bow is magic. As she made her way home, she entered her house and the phone was ringing. She rushed to answer it and heard Grandma's voice exclaim, "Honey, you dropped your red bow. I found it on the sidewalk in front of my house." In shock, the young girl reached for the bow near the back of her head and instead found only her ponytail. Could the red bow have been missing the whole way home? She thought, but what about all those people who smiled and thought I was beautiful? How can this be? The young girl then realized that people she had passed that day had never even seen the red bow. They had responded to her smile and the way she had carried herself. She had walked as if she was the prettiest girl in the world, and the world had smiled back. The beauty and magic were inside of her this whole time, not the red bow. The best part of all was that she could carry the lesson of the red bow in her heart every day. So, boys and girls, remember to hold your head up and greet the world with a smile. Have a red bow day.